Welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how you can overlay a canvas and draw anything on a video in React Native's new architecture for Android using Media3. So let's get started. So first let me show you guys the output. So here I'm mirroring my device. Let me just start it. Here you can see now I have a button called pick video. I'll just click on this button. It will open the video picker for me. As you can see, I have one video. I'll just select that video. Now here you are seeing some numbers. I'll explain to you what these are later on, but these are basically the progress bar of how much time it takes. And here you can see, I'll just pause the video for a second. So on the right hand side bottom you will see this clock, right? So this I have overlaid on the video with the help of code. So this was not present. So I can just play the video, and we are moving the camera as the clock as well. Just lower down the volume. So hopefully you can see it. I'm not sure if it's visible or not because of the white color now, but yeah, that's what this is. And if I click on pick video again, here you can see the video is saved to external storage as well, so the user can access it whenever he or she feels like, even outside the app, without modifying the original video. So the original video is there as well. So now what is this two values, right? So the 92, so the 92 is actually the progress state. It goes from 0 to 100, but it is not guaranteed that it will always reach till 100. So that's why we have the first value as well, which is the progress state. So the progress state can be either 0, 1 and 2. So once the video has finished processing, the progress state will always be 0. So that's an indication to you in case if you are displaying a progress bar, to stop displaying the progress bar. Now you should display the progress bar. The reason being, if you have selecting a very big video, it will take a bit of time. So that's why it's display necessary, but I have shown you how you can get the actual progress state. You can display the progress bar based on that. Next, you just need to go to this particular documentation over here and just run this particular command. So once you run this command, this will create a project for you. Now you don't need to specify the version. So whatever is the latest version, it will pick that up. So at the time of me recording this video, it is React Native 81. Once that is done, we need to create a specs folder. Now here they have taken the example of native local storage. So native local storage name does not make sense in our case. So let's see, I have given the name as native transform video. Okay, now this name is very important because this name will be used in lot other places as well, and the file name should start with the word native. Okay, so that's what I have done. So just create a specs folder inside the root of your React Native project, and inside that create a file called native transform video. Now the code for this file, I have literally copy pasted it from documentation. So only thing is I have changed the name over here. I don't require all four of this method. I only require one method, transform video, and this is an event emitter to send the progress continuously from native Android side to React Native side. So that's why I'm using this particular progress. All right. Then you need to come to package.json over here, and firstly you need to install few dependencies. So React Native image picker, okay, and React Native video as well. So these are the two dependencies which you need to install using npm install. Then if you see the docs, we need to add this particular bit of code as well. So I have added it over here. Now again you need to change local storage to transform video over here as well as over here. Now this video is only for Android specific, so we are not targeting iOS. Then you need to copy these two command. So just copy this, and what I'll do first is I'll just open my terminal and we'll cd to our React Native project first. Okay, now this command running is very important because this will do code generation for you based on the TypeScript file which you have created. Now for me this should be pretty quick because I have already ran this command previously. But in your case it might take a bit of time. I think it's taking time in my case as well. Okay, let's just, okay, so here you can see it has finished. Now let's see how to use it first. So you just need to go to app.tsx, and these are all the imports. Okay, so feel free to pause the video, copy this imports. Then here I have one state for video URL and one state for this progress thing, and here you can see we are listening for progress and constantly updating this text. Then here I have one button, and click of it we just call the media type of video picker, and here we get the video URL. Once we have it, we just set it to our state over here. Then if video URL is not equal to empty, we just display this video player over here, and this particular text is for displaying the progress state. Okay, Then if you see, we need to first create this folder, right? In our case it will be native transform video, but before that you need to go to Android, you need to go to app, go to build.gradle over here, and inside dependency you need to add this media3 effect, then media3 transformer, media3 common, as well as app compat dependency. So make sure you add all 4 of these dependencies over here. Then go to src main java com, and inside com create this folder called native transform video. So inside that first we need to create this native transform module.kt. So I have created that particular file. Now we can't really copy that code from the documentation because this will be the actual code which we need to use. So firstly, this is my package name, and these are all the imports which we need to use. Okay, then here we have this native transform video spec. Here is the file name, file path, here is our handler, progress holder, and global promise. Here we have the array list of effect. Here we override the get name. Here is our transform video method. So here you can see we like add the clock overlay method to this. So here I have created a separate class for this. I'll show you that in a second. And here we just initialize our transformer. Here is our input media item, here is our edited media item, here we create the external file, we start the transformation. Here we are tracking the progress state. So here you can see I'm sending the progress value back to React Native side with the help of progress state as well as the actual progress. Then here we create the external file. So I'll just show you that as well. So this is how we create an external file. This is the code for saving the file to external storage. Again, I'll simply scroll through this. Feel free to pause the video and just copy all this code. Then here we have this on completed callback. So here once we have video transformation is done, we save the video to external storage and send the URI back to React Native side. And this is how we handle error. Okay, so yeah, that's all there is to it. Now coming back to this clock overlay.kt, so I'll simply scroll through this file. Feel free to pause the video and just copy this code, because even I have copy pasted it from the Android documentation. I'm not really an expert on this. Okay, so only 93 lines of code, but instead of clock overlay you can do anything whatever you feel like with the help of this canvas overlay. Then coming back to native transform video package.kt, now this I have copied it from the documentation over here. So here you can see, but instead of local storage, everywhere I have named it as native transform video. So yeah, that's what this is. So feel free to pause the video and copy this code. And finally, I think we just need to add this and this, right? Okay, so what you need to do is just come to your main application.kt file, add this particular import and add this line of code. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.